I want to talk about a fabulous woman that I met one day. Her name was Mary Forstbauer. They had a farm. They have a farm called Forstbauer Farms in Chilliwack. They grow the best food I've ever had in my life. They grow it biodynamically. When they bought that farm, the land was dead. There wasn't a single creepy, crawly bug, worm, nothing in it. It was dead, okay? Dead, dead, dead. And her and her husband brought that land back to life. And it didn't take long because they used the farming practices called biodynamic. You can buy a biodynamic farming calendar and you can plant your garden following the biodynamic calendar, and it tells you when to plant certain vegetables, when to weed, when to pick, and I'm telling you, you will get the healthiest, most tastiest food that you've ever eaten in your life. Anyway, I'll tell a few stories about Mary Forstbauer because she changed my life. This woman, Mary, brought home a young man when she was young. Brought home a young man to meet her dad and her mom. And the man walked in the house and her father said to the young man, "You don't want to marry Mary. Mary wants to have 12 children." And the young man looked right in her father's eyes and said, "That's okay. I want to have 12 children." Anyway, they had 12 children. They had 13. They lost one. But they had 12 beautiful children. And they raised them barefoot on this farm, okay? Every one of them had black feet. I'm telling you, it's just amazing. This family grew the best food that I have ever had. And you can buy it all over the Vancouver, Burnaby, Chilliwack, North Vancouver area in all the farmers markets, okay? Ambleside. And what was really beautiful was I was like newly married. I had a couple of young boys. And you know, life is expensive. So Mary gave me a job. She gave me a job working in one of her booths and at the farmers market. And what I would do was I would set up the whole booth with everybody, whoever she had working there. And I would set up the booth and I would put all her glorious, colorful food out to sell. And, you know, of course, being myself, silly and having a great time, I would make a lot of friends that were customers. And at the end of the day, she would give me as much food as I wanted to take home. And she would give me enough food for me to trade with all the other vendors to get whatever I needed to feed my family. So that was how she paid me. And you know, as a young person, it was absolutely amazing for us because we got to eat the highest vibrational frequency food that was the most nutritious and so delicious. And I got to feed that to my kids for quite a long time. And I also got to buy chicken and cheese and milk and organic pierogies and all kinds of wonderful sauces. And it was just the most incredible experience. And I just wanted to share the story about my friend Mary Forstbauer. And she was the head of organic farming in Canada for many years. And she brought a lot of change to what we're willing to feed our families and what we desire to give our children. Because whatever you eat becomes who you are, you know? It's just the way it goes. You want to eat healthy. You want to feed your kids the best food that you can. And biodynamic is the way to do it. Okay? I just wanted to share that story of Mary because she was one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. She would travel to an organic workshop or celebration. They would gather all kinds of people in Ontario. And she would come with an entire suitcase for me filled with organic blueberries and carrots and kale and whatever I wanted her to bring me, okay? She would load up an entire suitcase for me and bring it across Canada so that I could feed my kids her food. I was just so blessed to know Mary, and she really changed my life for the good. And I just want to give a shout out to Mary Forstbauer and all her beautiful children, because they're all amazing. Every one of them is amazing. And it's just a beautiful time in my life that I got to learn about feeding my family the best food ever, and how to plant my own garden to grow the best vegetables that I could. Thanks, Mary.